So welcome to today's session where I'm going to talk to you about the next challenge. So I'm really excited about this. So I've just built out the February pull push challenge today, and the purpose of what I'm going to go through with you right now is how I plan, how I build out projects, Project X, personal challenge projects, like the one that I'm doing right now. So let's just have a quick look at the one that I'm doing right now. This is the January pull-ups challenge. Okay. I like to keep my projects really nice, really simple, really agile, easy on the eye, but it's got all of the detail there. So when I need to dive into it, I know exactly where I'm at. I don't have to second guess anything. But I use this software, so it's ClickUp. I think it's clickup.com. It's free, anybody can join it. It's incredible software. Individuals, teams, organizations use this all around the globe to work on projects of various magnitudes. It's beautiful. It's got lots of different ways of viewing your projects, whether you like them in whiteboard format or list format, which is what we're looking at right now, or boards, Kanban style, or Gantt charts. Listen, whatever it is that you want, it's pretty much covered in there. And just to be clear, no, I don't work for ClickUp, and I'm not being sponsored or paid to give a review. This is not a review right now. What this is me showing you what software I use and how I plan and build out my projects, like the January Pull-Ups Challenge. Okay, so while we're on here right now, I'll just bring you up to speed on the January Pull-Ups Challenge project so you can see here. So today is Monday the 29th of Jan. It's going to be 750 pull-ups today with the 2.5 kilogram weight, and 750 tomorrow and 750 Wednesday. And if I achieve these remaining pull-ups here, then I will achieve the 10,000 pull-ups challenge in January 2024 with the 2.5 kilogram weight. I'm feeling good at the moment, but I'll dig into that. I'll see you later on that. Let's get back to the challenge for Feb. Okay, so for February, I wanted to do something that's a little bit different. I always want to challenge myself mentally and physically, and I started to introduce the rings dips in January, and I've not done them in a long time, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful conditioning movement. It's a complex movement. The way I describe doing gymnastic rings dips versus, say, straight bar dips is, if I'm doing straight bar dips, okay, it's the equivalent of me being on solid ground and jumping as high in the air as I can do, as many times as I can do to reach the highest peak that I can do. Feet on the ground and just literally jumping on the spot as high as I can do. And then over there, you've got my twin who's in the sea on a surfboard and is trying to complete the same task. So my twin is stood on the surfboard in one spot trying to jump as high as they can. Okay, so the objective is the same for me and my twin, to jump as high as they can do. But the difference is my twin is on a surfboard in the sea. So I would say that it's going to be a lot more challenging. There's going to be ups and downs, different levels of movement going on, more instability. And that's how I like to describe the rings dips, the gymnastic rings dips. You're still looking to perform a dip, but the difference is it's the instability. The level of movement is going to be completely different than doing dips on a straight bar. Okay, so you're gonna develop your ligaments, your tendons, your muscles in different ways, and it's not a case of you're going to build more muscle or bigger muscles or anything like that. It's just going to be different. It's going to be more complex, so it's probably going to be more challenging mentally and physically for you, and you will develop just in a different way to doing it on a straight bar in more of a fixed movement. Okay, So with that in mind, I wanted to create something which involved calisthenic movements, so body weight movements, which I enjoy doing, because remember, it's really important that when you're building out a personal challenge project, that you sink into enjoyment. You want to enjoy it, but of course, it has to be audacious to you. It has to be stretching, challenging, both mentally and physically, for the individual or collectives, or however many people are part of that project. So for me, this is definitely going to be a stretch target. So the objective: complete 5,000 pull-ups and 5,000 ring steps in February 2024. Okay, now it's a leap year this year, so there's 29 days in February. So how I am going to get there, so how Phil achieves the pull-ups is up to him, but I'm going to show you now how I'm breaking it down. This is the plan, this is the preparation, this is how I'm going to be doing this. There's one other thing: the pull-ups must be completed with a 5 kilogram additional weight. Okay, the emoji says it all. So the January pull-ups challenge is 10,000 pull-ups with a 2.5 kg weight, but I want to focus on continual process improvement, continual performance improvement for me over time, and I want to make that more challenging. So I'm doubling up on the weight. It might not seem like a lot, a 5 kilogram weight from a 2.5 kilogram weight, but it makes a difference because, of course, I'm focusing on muscular endurance. So it's high volume, high reps over time. So this is going to be the challenge for February 2024. That's the objective. Let's dig into the key results, how I'm going to achieve this. Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I've planned out how this could look, how this could go. And if it goes like this, then I'm going to achieve the outcome. 100% I'm going to achieve the outcome, but nothing is guaranteed. So I need to focus on the input parts, which is the me bit. So this is going to help me do that. So how I build it out is this. So day one, the plan is it's going to start on Thursday, the 1st of Feb, 2024. And I've broken it down like this. I've taken the 5,000 pull-ups. That's the target. And I've broken it down and said, right, okay, I want to do 250 pull-ups in a session. Okay. But also, I want to do 250 dips in a session. So day one, that session, Thursday the 1st of Feb, will mean that I'll achieve 250 pull-ups and 250 dips, so 500 movements. Okay, and I've planned it out so that'll be Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on and so forth. But what I'll be missing is the weekends. So this will just rinse and repeat. So Friday, the next day it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Miss out Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday for me are going to be focused rest and recovery days where I'll be doing lots of other different things. I will be exercising. I just won't be focusing on pull-ups and ring steps. So it's going to be challenging for me because I'm going to be focusing on 5 days a week, this particular challenge. So when I'm building out a project and a challenge like this, I like to understand where my risk is going to be so I can look to mitigate risk and plan that and think about that, almost anticipate what that looks like. Now, you can probably tell there's not much room for error with the challenge. So as you can see here, I've calculated that this challenge is going to take me 20 days. There's 29 days in February 2024. So I've got 9 days left to play around with. So if I need to, for example, if one of these days I don't train for whatever reason, illness, work commitments, just not feeling it, whatever it is, whatever gets in the way of that, then that rolls up. So if I didn't train on Monday, then that data there will roll up and it'll get added on. So I'll either say, right, I'm going to complete this on, say, a Saturday or a Sunday, or I'll stick to the plan. I'll exclude the weekends, and I'll take whatever I've not achieved, so in this case 250 pull-ups, and I'll divide the 250 over the remaining days that are left in the challenge, so it rolls up. So for example, that wouldn't say 250, it might say 265, something like that. You get the idea. The more I progress along the challenge, if there are more days where I don't decide to train for whatever reason, then that just rolls up even further. So if I don't train, for example, on Monday the 12th, Wednesday the 14th, Monday the 19th, for whatever reason, I know that I've got 750 pull-ups that I've banked up that I'll have to look at over the remaining part of the project and divide it out. Or I might just think one day, you know what? I'm not going to do 250 pull-ups today. I'm going to do 1,000 pull-ups. The beauty about building out a project like this is that I'm in control of it. I get to see high levels of data, and I can plug and play with that data. I can't affect what's happened in the past, but I can plan for the future days to focus on those days. So what you're looking at right now is a high level overview for me. When I drill down into my day, so day 1, Thursday the 1st of February, I won't use this data when I'm at the gym training. The different data that I'll use there will be how I break down the 250 pull-ups and how I break down the 250 rings dips. That I will use on my phone. That will be the reps, sets, blocks and milestones process, which you can check out in previous videos. I've gone through that. But also, if you are following me on this journey, you will know every single time I'm training in the Phil Jessé vlogs, Manchester Pull-Ups and More series on YouTube, right at the end, I actually show you what my workout session looks like for that day. So I break it down, the reps, sets, blocks and milestones, so you can actually see what that looks like. And all I use for that is Google Keep, but you can also use things like Apple Notes to build out the workout. But what you'll probably see is what I built out on Google Keep. The reason I use free applications is because they're free, and also they're very easy to build out and utilize, because what's really important is when I'm training and I'm on my session, it needs to be simple. It needs to be clear. I need to be able to understand what I'm looking at any given point. But what you're seeing right now, this is the high level overview. This is the project overview. This helps me build it out so I can take a look at a glance for the whole entire month. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Listen, if you've got any questions, any queries, anything you want to ask me about how I've built out February's project, or how I build out projects, or why I use software like ClickUp, whatever it is, if I can help you on your journey so you can focus on your own Project X, then listen, drop them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them for you. So right now, as you know, I'm still in the January challenge, and today's focus for me is going to be 750 pull-ups. Okay, I've got to introduce you to one of my most fun foods, purely because of how it opens up. So I'll show you, it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces of sourdough toast, buttered, grass-fed salted butter, and then we've got this. So this is a chicken salad pot. So right at the bottom there is a delicious dressing that's been made with Greek yogurt and different seasonings, different types of seasonings in there. I can't remember what they are. Right, they're just delicious things that are in there. And then I've got different types of veg, so cucumbers, peppers, onions, and then chicken at the top. But this is the best bit. Look at me, I'm getting excited. Right, so take that lid off. This may not work. Oh yeah, it's got something on the top. Looks good. Right, hopefully it'll work. This is it. Or maybe it won't. It'll need a little bit of teasing. Hang on. Okay. So the idea behind it is that when this comes out, the salad is kind of already dressed. I'm sure people have done much better versions of this than me. But when it comes out, yeah, you've got all your salad. It's dressed. You don't need to add anything else to it. It's fully seasoned. It's got everything that you need on it. Look, I'm salivating. And then I put in these little sprinkles. So this is just for extra protein and whatnot. So I get those on there. Different types of seeds and stuff. And that's it. I'm going to tuck into that. So I will be training today. Not fasted. This is what I'm going to break my fast to before the 750 pull-ups. Okay, let's get my chomp on. Okay, so we've got the Manchester rain. It's fresh out today. I'm ready for the 750 pull-ups, so it's Monday, 750, Tuesday, 750, Wednesday, 750. Okay, let's get in the club. Okay, so this is it. I'm just chalking up. I've got the giant iceberg here, so we'll get these hands chalked up. It's definitely needed. The hands are feeling good. The calluses are filed down, as you know, but the skin is relatively flat. I've not really got any major pain points physically at all. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling charged, and I'm feeling ready to get into it. So let's just do the first 5 together now, and then I'm going to get into my flow. But I'll keep you on the journey with me. Okay, let's go. There we go, first 5 off. Okay, so I've just been having a natter now. Do you remember, I was telling you that there was a guy that was in here. I was doing the pull-ups and I could see in the reflection that I was doing like muscle-ups, and he just blasted out like 12 muscle-ups, like they were nothing. So I saw them in the reflection. I thought, I've got to speak to this person. So I went up and I said, listen, I've just seen you doing your muscle-ups. They're amazing, next level. And we just had this chat, and I've not seen him for a while, and he's just been in here now doing the muscle-ups, and we just had a chat. He started to ask me about the challenge, what I'm doing. I was explaining that right now I'm doing the 10,000 pull-ups in January challenge with a 2.5 kg weight, but also how I'm vlogging the journey on my YouTube channel, and I'm sharing lots of different snippets, you know, bringing people on the journey, and part of that journey is meeting amazing people like your good self, and that's the truth. Throughout these challenges, I met so many incredible people. We've shared stories, we've connected, and what you'll find is everyone's got a story. Everybody's got a story of some kind, and they'll end up telling you in their own way, and there'll be more than one story. And it's how you find that commonality, that common thread, that connection. You know, like, why is it that I'm doing these pull-ups now? Why do I set these challenges for myself? You know, why does that person do large volumes of muscle-ups and make them look so easy, as an example? So I think that's the beauty about connecting with different people. You really do not know what is going on inside somebody's world until you connect with them, authentically engage with what's going on. So it's beautiful today. I love training here, and I love meeting so many different people on their journey, whatever it is. Inspirational. I feel inspired. Okay, more pull-ups to go. Let's get to it. Okay, so a bit of an issue at the moment. My left hand, my little finger there, is kind of spasming a little bit. So, sorry, just not the camera there. It's this bit here. Okay, so I've just been massaging it now. It feels like it's one of the tendons. You know that bit that enables your finger to pull on this bit here? It just feels like, it's weird, it feels like it's bruised. It's a weird sensation. It's kind of created this little bridge, this gap here. So I'm just gonna, how I'm gonna counteract this now is I'm gonna do some push-ups, okay? So that'll flatten out, put some pressure on the hand. I'm just gonna gently massage these elements here. I'm gonna take a little breather, oxygenate, take some deep breaths, do the 777 breathing technique, so circular breathing, and then get back to it. I'm gonna keep that blood flow going, but yeah, see how we get on. Okay, so the situation with the hand, as I'm getting deeper into the pull-ups now, I'm closing in on the finish line. It is prominent, it is causing me some issues, but here's what happens as well. So I can feel the physical pain, I get it, I feel it, I acknowledge it, I see it, I'm doing things with it. If it was that bad, I won't be doing the pull-ups now, I'll be telling you that, I've finished for today, but it isn't that bad. But what happens in those moments, even though there's niggle there, the way the mind works is, it will start to draw in on negative thoughts, and they happen rapidly, very, very quickly. So, for example, is there an issue? What happens if I've torn a ligament, a tendon? What happens if I can't perform the pull-ups today, tomorrow, for the next month? What happens if I can't do the challenge? What happens if this? What happens if that? All of those thoughts go on. They just happen. And there's nothing stopping that level of control. However, managing those thoughts is a different thing altogether. So those thoughts are just those thoughts, they just happen, okay? But what I do is I acknowledge, I'll pull one of those thoughts, I'll say, okay, listen, first of all, the moment right now, this is the reality. And I'm doing the pull-ups, and everything's going very, very smoothly. I've recognised that there's an impairment there, and I'm going to deal with it. Nothing is guaranteed, but right now, nothing is getting in the way. So don't even think about tomorrow, because tomorrow hasn't happened yet. So don't put that out there. I get myself on a high positive energy frequency, and I change it up. So I'll start to think about what it feels like to do this 750th pull-up. Feels amazing. I'll think about what it's like to do the 100,000th pull-up. Feels incredible. I'll start to think about people that I love in my life, that I care about. And by doing that, I'm tapping into positive psychology. And I'm changing my frequency, and I'm keeping it high level frequency. Focus on my breath work, focus on my circular breathing, and then crank out those pull-ups and keep going. Okay, so I'm just sharing that with you. Let's get to it. So I'm in block 7 now. I've got 150 pull-ups left to go. So block 7, get that complete. Block 8 complete. And that'll be the 750 pull-ups. Perspiring quite a bit today. Reasons behind that, wow. There were lots of different reasons behind it. Well, first of all, I'm training I'm training non-fasted. You saw earlier what I broke my fast to today. Sometimes that has something to do with it, yeah. I must admit, when I train fasted, I will still perspire, of course. It's not like it stops me perspiring. I think that when I train non-fasted, I think it depends what I've eaten, the volume, what, when, and how much I've eaten. So what I've eaten, when I ate, and how much. All of those things play a role, because if you think about it now, I probably ate about maybe 90 minutes before I came to train. Now, I wouldn't normally advocate doing that. Do I think my food is properly digested? No, I don't. I don't think it has. But I didn't eat a large volume. And yeah, it does feel different when I train fasted, i.e. in a 16, 17, 18, 20 hour fast. It does feel different, of course it does. Just a different way of training. Hydration. I've not drunk as much water as I would have liked to have drunk today. I've had peppermint teas, chamomile teas. I don't count those as my water intake, even though it is boiling water. I try and discipline myself to thinking how many of these bottles have I had. These bottles are 600 mils, so I kind of think about this. It just keeps me focused as opposed to how many of these and how many cups of tea have I had, how many peppermint teas, that type of thing. But I don't think I've drunk enough water today to my usual standard. That'll play a part in it as well. Plus also, I didn't train yesterday, and it's been a busy day today. Anyway, listen, I'm chatting on. I'm going to go cold in a minute. I've got 150 pull-ups left to go. There's a bit of sweat there, so what? Let's get on with it. Okay, this is it. So, 745 pull-ups achieved so far. 5 pull-ups remaining. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is it. So right now, immediately, I sink into gratitude. I am grateful to be in this moment. This forms part now of a beautiful memory for me that I can call upon at any given time. So if I'm having a tough day, if things aren't going the way I need them to go to, if I've got any hidden surprises, any anxiety, any overwhelm, anything like that, I can recall this moment right now and how I feel, and I can bottle that moment. It's a lovely feeling, that sense of achievement. I set out to do the 750 pull-ups today, and I've done them. It has been physically challenging today, so the little finger on the left hand is causing me some issues, but it's got easier as I've gone along the pull-ups. It seems to be a common theme, this, when I get into deep volumes of pull-ups, I can almost surpass those little niggles that have occurred. You'll probably be able to see that in previous challenges that I've done over the years, but something, I will have to pay attention to it. So I think cold water exposure, get some heat on it also, and just some gentle massaging. But listen, incredible session today. So it's important to recognise these moments because they'll form part of reflection. So whatever your journey is, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you are running, doing your ultramarathon, your Ironman triathlon, or whether you are just starting the gym for the very first time, remember the good times. Remember the good times, because do you know what? There will be challenging times, mentally and physically challenging times. So you want to bottle those great moments, because the psychology that sits behind it is your memory recall, you will go back there, and that cognitive experience is a pleasurable experience. It's a euphoric, high positive frequency energy experience. So when I recall upon that moment at any given time, that is the first seed that is planted into any negativity. So if I'm not having a great day, if something happens in my day and it knocks me off, I can very quickly recall on things that make me feel good, make me feel happy. And they don't have to be great, big things. They can be lots of different things, but this is one of those things. So this goes right now. It goes on my shelf of success, of feeling great, and that's what I do. So, right, I'm gonna go and get showered, and thanks for staying with me on the journey. See you soon. Do you know what's lovely? Whenever I leave the club, there's always somebody on reception that'll just say, "Take it easy, Phil," or "Have a nice day," or "How's your session gone?" or something like that. It might even just be like a wave or whatever it is, and it is lovely. Depending on what it is, we'll have a chat. I'll fill them in on what's gone well or what's not. Like today. It has gone well. I've achieved the pull-ups, but of course I've got that impairment with the little finger, so I'm going to have to get that on some ice. It's just nice sharing stories and finding out what's going on with those guys too. It's a great community here, and it's lovely. So right now I am showered, done the pull-ups. It is time to fuel up, so get those calories in. Good sleep tonight. Good sleep, 100%. So I'll have the pink noise playing on the Sonos speakers. So that'll help me get into good quality sleep, block out any unwanted noises. Yeah, it's a game changer, that, honestly. I can't think of a time now when I didn't have that playing. It's just beautiful. But anyway, listen, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world, whatever your thing is, whatever journey you're on, wish you all the best with it. Thank you for staying with me on my journey. I'll keep sharing stuff. Drop your comments, ask me questions. Have an amazing time, and I'll see you soon.